Hi, welcome to Guess What? And if I can repeat myself, guess what? We're in the kitchen this time. We're going to talk about dill and cucumbers. This is an English cucumber. I want to let you know that you can buy dill seed and cucumber seed to grow your own pickles, little cucumbers. This is a tomato cage. You're all familiar with that. What I do is I'm going to put this in a pot, big pot, and I'm going to put this part, the round part, down probably that far below the soil so I have a good sturdy base for it. Then I will plant my seeds here, 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 and maybe one in the middle. They're heavy. They're vine growers, but this could do 1 or 2 plants strong, and it will vine up, vine over, and then you just part the foliage and you find your cucumbers. They'll probably be about that size. It will take, I have to look, it will take 7 to 14 days, 2 weeks for the seeds to come up. I actually would put more than 4 seeds in there, because then you have to take the seedlings out that don't look really strong, because it's got to have room and it's got to have food in the soil. I would, put fertilizer down in there. Okay. This is dill. Love dill. Love, love, love dill. It is a perennial plant. You can buy it, plant it in your garden, and it will come back year after year. Now, it's a multi-purpose plant. Here, or have seen, you're going to use the fronds to grow to put in your pickles. I want to show you this. I am an absolute great one for taking seeds from plants in my garden. These are dill seeds. I use them to plant if I want more dill. It will come back, but I use a lot of dill. And I also use it in cooking. Potato salad, cucumber salads, fish. Any place that you would use dill, you can use these. This is a little stronger. This is a lot stronger than the fronds. But it is a welcome taste to crunch on. Okay, that being said, tools. When we're doing a lot of this is an English cucumber. The ones you're going to get off your plant growing are about that big. I use a mandolin. It is so much faster, but you can use a knife. Nothing wrong with slicing them with a knife. And something I like to do, like peppers, many people, it will repeat and repeat and repeat on them. The same thing can happen for people with cucumber skin. This is washed. Always wash your stuff when you get it home. And what I do, now I'm going to get this out of the way and show you. We will work with a smaller piece so that we're in control. Don't want that in piece. Now, with a potato peeler, I'm going to make nice pretty stripes on this. Does, for me, 2 things. There we go. See? It lessens, I'm going to make up a word here, burpability, and it looks nice. Now, you've all done this hundreds and hundreds of times. Mandolins are not expensive. Voila. We best put a bowl underneath it. There we go. being very careful. That is extremely sharp. Easy peasy. More or less a flat hand. And at this point, put the top on. All done. Okay, so we've gotten started. We are now going to use these pickles, cucumbers, pardon me, to make something. Okay, this will be the end product. Those are not bugs. Those are dill seed. But this is the end product. Okay, so we're going to take, where are my little pickles, my cucumbers? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. There's so much stuff over here, I gotta find it. Oh, there they are. Okay. First thing we're going to do is take the pickles that we cut, less the skins. I'm just going to do a few. And you are going to add, oh, I'm sorry, I do have gloves, if you would prefer. Oy, oy, oy. You like black? Actually, I bought these for quilting. Cotton material. Dries your hands. It rubs down your fingernails. I can be down to nubs. So the gloves really do help me. Now, I am looking for my salt. Oh, there's sugar. Where's that little blue thing? Any closer and it would bite me. All right. Oh dear, sometimes nothing is easy. You put them in, the quantity that it's going to call for, and the recipe will be online with the program. You're going to add, I believe it's a teaspoon and a half of salt. Okay, yada yada yada. Not too difficult yet. This goes in the sink and it's going to drain for half an hour. These I've already drained, salted and drained them. And the next thing you need to do is take them out and pat them dry. They are softened because of the salt. And they're a little bit salty. Who knew? Okay. This is about as much juice as you will get when you drain the cucumbers. It isn't a whole lot. I know the salting is to start to cure these pickles, cucumbers. Okay. We're going to pat it dry, if I could find. You like how well organized I am? I don't. Okay. Okay, we're patted dry. Back they go. Okay. Now, we are going to add, yes, I do need to look at a recipe too, also. We are going to add dill. Now, this is to your taste. I'm going to use these seeds because I used them in here because I'm going to end up eating all these things. So I want to be consistent. So I'm going to add a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more. Okay, of the dill seed. You would use dill fronds, and you need many of them to get that good dill taste. Or you can buy dill in herb section at the grocery store. Okay, so now we're set. We are going to add half a cup, of cider vinegar. Oh dear, I wish I'd have planned a little bit ahead. Everything is here that I need, I just don't know where it is. Okay, half a cup of vinegar. What that's going to do, and believe me, I do cook like this at home. I'm not a great one for measuring. It's made, and it needs to sit overnight. And what that will do is there is some salt, you know, because we put salt on them. There is some salt in there. And what they're going to do is they're going to marinate. When you get these done, let them sit in your refrigerator, and you'll end up with these, which are marinated cucumbers. You're going to taste one of the cucumbers, and if the vinegar is too strong, which it could be, I like vinegar, you can add a little bit of water to it. Don't get carried away. I would start with no more than a teaspoon at a time, because these are pickles. They're supposed to be vinegary. So this guy is done. And as we said, this is the finished product. They're still crunchy. They're still crunchy. And they're dill pickly, which is what you're hoping to get, but they're so ever simple to do. There's not a great deal of work involved in these. I eat a lot of cucumbers through the summer. It's diet. Hate that word, but anyway. Next to no calories because they're mostly water. And the next one we're going to do is, come here, come here. This is a cuke salad. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy? And it is. Again, we're going to take sorry about that. Cucumbers. I don't want to use them all, but anyway. All right, cucumbers. Half a cup of mayonnaise. Which really should have been a lot more cucumbers in here for a half a cup of mayo. So I'll take some out. All right. And I think it's a 1/4 cup, you'll see the recipe, of sour cream. Mix them up. I have no idea how good this is. And if you're going on a picnic, it keeps. There's no big deal. I would add, let me see, there you are. No, I gotta close that. I don't want all that salt. If you're on a salt restrict diet, this is good food. This one's got salt in it, so you want to be careful of that one. This one doesn't have to have salt. I happen to be a salt person. Thank God they've never restricted my salt. I have some salt, yummy pepper. Okay, see how thick this is? I don't necessarily always want it that thick. So what I would do, like my measuring spoon, is cut it and you can see it loosening. This needs to sit overnight in the refrigerator so that all these good flavors can mix together. That's still a little too thick. This is a lot, I guess, and my gosh, this is a lot of using your common sense. You know, it's too thick, you don't want to serve it like that. Add some milk to it, add some half and half. I do half and half because I like the taste. And I am spoiled rotten. Okay. All this has to do, now, it's finished. All it has to do is sit overnight in the refrigerator, and then you have this one that's all done, has salt and pepper, everything is in there, and I can't tell you how delicious it is. Could almost be a dessert. I know, nobody thinks of that as dessert, but it is almost good enough. Now, we come to my favorite. My mother started making these a long time ago. And this again is a finished product. You can see there's cucumbers, there's onions, there's half and half, and vinegar and sugar. Because who doesn't like sugar? All right, we're going to take, where'd you go? There you are. Pretend this is a bunch more cucumbers, okay? Work with me here. Okay, we have the cucumbers. What we're going to do is we are going to add distilled white vinegar. In the other one, we used apple cider vinegar, okay? This time we're going to do distilled white. First of all, I got too much stuff in front here. Sorry. To cover, you want to cover the cucumbers with the half and half. Milk won't get it. It's got to be half and half. I've never used heavy whipping cream. I think it's a bit much. Anyway, vinegar. Again, I'm not measuring, I'm just pouring. What that's going to do is it's going to sour that half and half. Now, I don't know if you can see that it's gotten thicker, and that's what the vinegar has done to the half and half. We're not done yet. We're going to make it better. Going to make it better. This is where your own taste comes in. How much sugar do you want in this? I don't want a great deal of sugar, but I want some. So we'll start with 1 heaping teaspoon. Mix it all up. This too has to marinate, but at this point, your mouth has to tell you where you're going with this. Oh, that's vinegary. Not quite another teaspoon. You can use, and I have used, pretend sugar, I call it. You know what I mean. Don't be upset that I'm using the same spoon again to taste, because this is coming home with me, because I have a finished one for you. Okay, let's see if that was enough. Oh yes, it's so yummy good. You got a slightly sugary flavor, very slight, because we didn't put a lot in there. You've got the vinegar against the half and half, which makes this creamy dressing. They sit in there, And I can honestly tell you, where are you finished? I'll find you. I eat this all summer. And what I do is I keep adding cucumbers. I keep adding half and half. I keep adding sugar to the same container because I'm eating out of it. Now, something else you can add, and this is elective. Not everybody loves onions. I do. So 1 or 2, 3 or 4. There we go. That 2 will marinate in there. They'll soften, and they'll get the taste of that creaminess, and eventually you will have my favorite dressing. Something you can take from this, an idea you can take, is that half and half vinegar and sugar makes a wonderful salad dressing. Again, you're going to do it to taste. I like some pepper. Last time I didn't have this thing right. You know, do it from high. A little bit of salt. There you go. This sits overnight, and I will have small bowls of this just for a snack. I know, I can be weird. That's okay. That's okay. Not a problem. So there we are. We have 3 different kinds of cucumbers. We know how to grow them. We need to grow our dill, which we know will come back. We are going to need, excuse me, apple cider vinegar and white vinegar, sugar, dill, most of all cucumbers, and some sour cream. I don't care what brand you use, it doesn't matter. Salt, half and half, pepper. That isn't a lot to make some really interesting dishes. Now, these can be taken on picnic because, well, the ones with the sour cream and the mayo, yeah, you want to keep those refrigerated. The fast pickle, because it's vinegar, that does not have to be refrigerated if you want to take it on a picnic. My favorite, I would refrigerate that because it's got the half and half in it. The vinegar offsets it, so it can be out for a while, and it's not going to turn on you and kill you. We don't want that kind of stuff. So I hope some of this has helped you. I hope you enjoy it. Picnic times are coming, and I think these might help, besides their nice little snacks. I'll say goodbye for now. We'll do another, guess what, in a couple of weeks. And I just want to say to everyone, God bless and thank you for watching.